Okay, hello again. I'm just going to go ahead and finish or continue working on this script. Thus far, I've detected which kind of build environment or runtime environment that we're working with. Now we're going to build a... So we're going to turn these switches on and off. So in this case, activate mouse is equal to true, and activate touch is equal to false. And we're going to have to change this while we're building this script eventually, because I'm going to have to be able to touch or test it. I'll test it on my iPad, but anyway, activate for this one, mouse is equal to false, off. Activate touch is equal to true. Okay. And now we're going to create our update method, and we're going to test every update frame, test for these touches. And there's going to be two of them. So if activate mouse, do this. If activate touch, do this. Make this nice and readable. And we're going to make two methods that these particular things do. So we're going to say void get mouse input. Do this. Void get touch input. Do this. Okay. This will get more complicated over time, so if you can, try and format this script the same way that I do. I'm going to do things like get a reference to the camera up here, and I'm going to do things like expand this get touch input for swipes, getting the difference in the start position and the end position in order to do swiping. And there's going to be not just clicks, but click ups or touch and touch ups, because if you've ever done any user interface stuff before, you know that, or if you've ever pressed a button, you know that when you click, the button changes color. But when you lift up, and you're still on top of that button, then you're, what am I going to say? It should activate the button, and the color should change yet again. So there's going to be a lot of expansion going on here. But let's just go ahead and write these two methods just for that initial down touch or down click. We'll go ahead and start with if input.mouse get mouse button down, and we're going to get at the left mouse button. If the left mouse button is pressed, then we want to get the place in vector 2 where that click was on the screen. So that's mouse position is equal to input dot mouse position, and you can see that mouse position is actually a vector 3. But I don't think you don't need the Z value for that. So we'll just save that. So I don't know if you know the difference between a vector 2 and a vector 3, but a vector 2 has 2 values for x and y, and a vector 3 has 3 values for x, y, and z. Okay, so just to make sure that this is working thus far, I'm going to do a debug statement that I can read, and it should give me back this vector 2 as it's being clicked. Okay, so it should know that we are activating the mouse, and because the mouse is activated, we want to call this method get mouse input. Can't forget about that. Get touch input. Okay, now this shouldn't do anything. You're getting touches by mistake. Okay. All right. If this method works, then we're going to get the position. If this method happens to be called right now, it's going to be, it'll let me know that we're making a mistake. All right. Okay, let's just go ahead and play. Oh, it is attached as a component. InputTools has been added to the camera. The camera is in the scene, so we know. Okay, see. Okay, there we go. Cool. When I click on the game window, it gives me a position, regardless of where you are. And you know that it's giving me the right position because off in this far right corner, it's giving me larger number. And if I click way down here, it's really much closer to 0. Because the very far left, bottom left portion of the screen is 0. Now I'm kind of curious what's going to happen if I switch over to iOS right now. Build settings, iOS, switch the platform. Okay. Clear this out, press play. It's still, okay, it's giving me the position even though I'm still playing in the editor. Duh. Okay. Alright, let's just switch it back here. That's okay. That's not a problem. I'm you know that it's running this one. In fact, for now, let's just say change me or to do, and we'll go ahead and make this also true because for testing purposes for this second method, we're going to need that. Also, I'm curious. Let's just do one thing at a time. Make sure this other method gets called. Yeah, you're getting touches by mistake. It's calling it every frame. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, because there's no conditional. Good. All right. Now the next thing I want to do is, what value does vector 3 give me if I record it? I think it's going to give me. I just commented this line out. Clear the console, press play. Yeah. See, it's not giving me a Z value here because it's actually screen dimensions, not world dimensions. It's a screen position, not a world position. So we only need vector 2. One little bit of information less while we're coding. That's nice. Okay. Now, we know that this works, so I'm going to delete this debug and then say, well, from this position, we want to cast a ray. We're going to call it array, and we're going to set that ray equal to. We're going to ask the camera and the current camera. Let's see. No, I want to. For now, I'm just going to say main. Because we're going to get a reference to this camera and put the script elsewhere, most likely. But for now, it's just camera.main dot screen point to array, and then the parameter it wants a position, mouse position. Okay, see, I wanted a vector 3, but I think this is still going to work. And then we want, after that ray is cast, we want to see what it hits. And ray has a special ray cast hit. Call this hit is equal to nothing. And then if so we're asking it to cast array, and then if physics dot ray cast, and then yeah, it's asking for. Oh, let's continue with this in